Welcome back, everybody. So I'm super excited to be out fishing very early this morning because we are fishing with probably the hottest lure in bass fishing right now, and that's the Berkley Lab series. I was lucky enough to get one of each, so we are going to talk about them, tie them on, and see if we can't catch a couple fish. Let's get after it. So the Lab series got a ton of hype because Dylan Nutt had won the Bassmaster Classic and said that he caught a majority of his fish, or a fair amount of his fish, on this bait, on the minnow. So naturally, the internet and social media went crazy, and they ended up releasing them, and they sold out insanely fast. So wasn't able to get all the colors that I necessarily wanted, but I was lucky enough to get one of each. So very happy about that. Basically, this is just a soft plastic that they have small batch poured. They have layers of power bait, max scent, and then they have this max scent powder on it that's supposed to turn to a slime whenever it touches water. I think they said that the slime's supposed to last like 20-30 minutes or something like that, but apparently it does really well as far as catching fish, makes a ton of scent, so we had to naturally try them out. I love the max scent lures. Flatworm is probably one of my favorite finesse lures, so very excited about trying these. These things are not cheap. They are 15 bucks a pack, and you get 10 worms, but as far as the minnows, you get 6 for the 5 1/4 inch, and I think you get 5 when you do the 6 inch. So that's expensive, very expensive for a plastic, because you're guaranteed to go through these things. And I don't know how durable they are, but you're guaranteed to go through a set of plastics potentially in a day. So very expensive. Hopefully it lives up to the hype, but we will have to see. That being said, I only got 3 of these, so what I'm thinking is going out and fishing each one of these in a video, and then at the end, hopefully there's some left over and whatnot, and then possibly doing a giveaway, because I know they're sold out and I don't know when they're coming back. So there are probably a lot of people that did not have the opportunity to get these. So I think that's what we're going to potentially do. Drop that in the comment section below if it's something that you guys would be interested in. I don't want to necessarily give away half a pack of baits if nobody wants it, but I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go out and fish. Today we're going to go ahead and start off with the finesse worm. So let's go ahead and get out on the kayak. It's a gorgeous day. See if we can't catch a couple fish. Let's get after it. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with the finesse worm. I got it in Morning Dawn Red Flake. Great color. So that's one thing with these new baits, is it's supposed to, like those max scent were very matte colored, which I didn't mind. But with being able to infuse the power bait or make the different layers with power bait, you're able to get a lot more color in these things. So I assume because this is supposed to get slimy, oh, there's a fish already, get slimy with water, you probably want to have dry hands contacting or getting these. So let's see if we can't do this about as cleanly as possible, because I don't want my whole package to be slimy. They do come in this clamshell, which is super nice. It'll protect your baits, make them stay formed how they're supposed to. So they're packaged quite well. Oh, they kind of stuck the wrong way, but we'll be able to grab one. Stuck to the top. Oh, come on. There we go. Make sure they all look fine. They do. So for the flatworm, which we'll probably use in the next couple of days, I didn't really want to use the same technique for everything, so we're going to throw on a small Texas rig and see if we can't catch some fish. I do have a plan, because these are inevitably going to get really torn up. But look at that color. Love it. Now, let's see if we can't catch some fish with it. I'm super excited to go ahead and use these things. There we go. That looks juicy. All right, let's go ahead and dip in the water and see this slime that's supposed to be created from all this powder. Yeah, oh, you can see it. I'm sure that's been shown all over in the social media too. It's, yeah. Gross. All right. Hopefully it doesn't stay on you too long. Probably not something you want to drop on the kayak a ton or the boat or anything else like that, but let's go ahead and give her a couple casts. See if we can't catch a couple fish. I'm glad they came out with a finesse bait because it's like 40 in Wisconsin. The first cast of that stuff, and that slime is dripping off of that tail. I don't know how well you can see it, but that's that scent. Oh gosh, that's that scent. So hopefully the fish like it. Now we just got to catch a few. Got one. Second cast. Oh, second cast had a bite. All right, so our worm stayed. That slime, good gracious, it's gonna be everywhere. So we did have a bite. With a finesse worm like this, there's probably, I mean, look at, this is just ridiculous. There's probably gonna be a fair chance of getting some bluegill to bite and stuff like that. So every bite is probably not gonna be a bass. But we had our first bite on our second cast, so regardless, it's something. Got another one. Got one. Got one. Third cast. And that is a bass. He is in some weeds, though. That's not good. We might have to go chase him. We don't have a real stout hook on. Come on, buddy. We still got him. Yeah, we still got him. He's still fighting. Come on, no. I don't have real heavy leader on by any means. Yeah, we're probably got. Oh, did he come loose? There are so many weeds. Oh, he's still on there. Come on out of there, buddy. No. We might have to pick up anger and go after him. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Well, this is a interesting way to start our first fish. I don't know if he's still on. Oh no, he still is. Yeah, I still feel him. He's just tied up in some, oh, there he goes. Just tied up in some weeds though. I don't know if it's, I have no idea if it's a big one or not. There's our leader. Oh, there he is. So many weeds. Oh, that's a good fish. He can't even move. There we go. First fish on. And it is down there. We'll have to get the pliers out. Probably bit a little bit sooner than we thought he did in all the weeds and stuff like that. On the Lab series, that is a 2 3/4 probably. Solid fish down there. Tiny little mouth, big old body. Let's go. All right, let's get her unhooked and get her released. There's so many weeds out here. We might have to find something a little bit more clear to catch some of these fish a little bit easier. All right, got her all undone. There she is. Pretty easy actually, but it was kind of messy inside that mouth because all that slime was just in there. Well, I don't know where we'll put this. Solid fish. Let's go ahead and let her go. She's off. Probably exactly where she was. I don't think they're not bedding yet. The water isn't quite that warm enough, but they're probably not far from getting ready. Probably a couple weeks. But what a great start. Our boat is filled with vegetation of every sort. Get all this stuff organized. What a great start. Holy cow. And I do have a plan for when these things get ripped up, so we're gonna use these to their full extent. And when you're talking a $15 bait, she needs to last. But yes, let's get some more. Got one. Get them. Right next to shore. Stay out of the weeds, buddy. Not a very big one, but that's 2 fish in like 15 minutes. Oh, now he's in the weeds. Oh man, get out of there. There we are. No. Oh man. Come on now. He's just standing underneath the kayak. There. Oh, that's not. Oh my gosh. It's way bigger than I thought it was. He just didn't fight very hard. That's a bigger than the last one. That's a 3 right in the top of the mouth. Oh, that. Did we? No, we didn't straighten it. We'll get pliers, just so we don't straighten our hooks. Try and save these things as much as possible. Oh man, we got them good. That's just a. Ow! I got myself really good. That's just a 1/0 EWG. That is a 3. It's a 3 all day. That is crazy. I don't know how many fish we're gonna catch today, but our first 2 are very solid. There she goes. That is awesome, dude. We gotta get people some of these. They gotta come out with more of these. They sold out of them so quickly. I think it was like within hours, which is so insane. It looked like the ones that sold the slowest were these worms, and I love a good finesse worm, especially when the water's a little bit cold. As far as the slime, so we've caught 2 fish. We've fished for probably about 15-20 minutes, and there's not as much slime on here as there was initially. And I think that's honestly to be expected. They said it only lasted like 20 or 30 minutes. We've been fishing for about 15, so maybe a little bit less, but we are running through a bunch of weeds, so that could wipe some of that stuff off a little bit faster too. But let's get out there and get some more. What a day. There's one. Oh, I think that might have been a bluegill. I think that might have been a bluegill. Didn't pull it down or anything. Definitely possible on a finesse worm. I've actually caught quite a few perch and stuff like that on flat worms, like the Max Scent ones before, so I anticipate us doing that the next time we come out. Got one. Way back in there. Way back in there. Actually don't want him to come out. Nope, he's coming out. We're not gonna have a chance to keep him in there. Come on, buddy. Stay out of the lily pads. Much more worried about the lily pads than... Oh, he's not that big. Not as big as I thought. He's just in shallow water. Smallest of the day by far. Still a very healthy, I don't know, 2-pounder? No, probably not 2-pounder. 1 3/4. Very solid fish. Go ahead and let him go. In this super clear, super shallow water. It's like 2 foot back here. It took a little while to have another bite. I almost wonder, so they say that slime lasts 30 minutes. And that was probably pretty close. I would say probably 20. But I wonder if now it's just kind of like a Max Scent worm for the most part. So, I mean, you kind of lose that slime. Are you going to catch fewer fish because of it? Maybe. What I think they should do is end up selling that slime or like that powder, almost like Nori's does. So you can go ahead and like reapply and keep getting that use out of it. but got one. Oh gosh, he went around. Okay, there we go. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, we got hung up on a reed and he got off. Shoot, it's right there. Oh man, that was a little guy though. This plastic is holding up much better than I thought it would be. I thought I was gonna have to repurpose it, but that doesn't seem to be the case right now. Get off there. Which is a good thing for as expensive as they are, that they last this long. I mean, it doesn't look hardly beat up at all. Nose is starting to get beat up just a little bit. We'll see if we can't have one more bite and then we'll repurpose it for something I love to do with any sort of straight tail finesse worm. But we'll see if we can't catch one more before we end up doing that. Got one. Oh, in the pads. Little guy. I saw it. The line started going to the sides. He's small enough to just pull on in here. There we go. Little guy. Yeah, maybe 3/4 of a pound. His head isn't beaten up too bad yet. I was thinking it would be like 2 or 3 fish and this thing would just be toast, but she's holding together pretty well. And I think I found some fish. I don't know. I don't think they're very big, but I think I found a few more in this super shallow stuff. Casting, it's so shallow they can see the bait going over their head, and all of a sudden you just see wakes from them. So maybe we'll try and catch one more back here and then do something different. There's one. Got him. Another little. Oh, missed him. Had him for a second. Don't know how. Oh gosh. Don't know how he got off. Oh, come on now. Barely had him skin hooked, apparently. Got him. Oh, it doesn't feel too bad. Come on, buddy. Ah, not really any bigger. That's what I'm saying. I think we found some. They're not big fish, but I think we found more in the shallow water. Real shallow water. Oh, he was skin hooked. There we go. They're liking it. They are liking it. And they're pretty durable. It's what's shocking, because that's not really my experience with a bunch of finesse worms, that's for sure. But I think this one's coming to the end of its life at some point in time. Pretty quick here. My only complaint right now, besides price, is wish that slime would stick a little bit longer. I assume, my guess would be at some point in time they'll probably end up coming out with a powder that you can go ahead and dip this stuff into, just like Nori's does. There's one. Oh gosh, we're wrapped all around. Come on, buddy. Another little guy. Man, there are just loads of these things back here. Every time I'm paddling, tiny little guy, every time I'm paddling, it's just a ton of wake from, I'm sure, probably just dozens of 6 to 10 inch fish. Oh, there goes another one. But see if we can't catch one more. I keep saying that, but I'm having fun, and they're biting it. Got one. I think we did. Yep, still do. Oh man, that might be a bigger one. Get him out of there. Come on, buddy. Oh gosh, he's going into everything. Ah, that is definitely a better fish. Oh no, no. There we go. Hanging. Oh shoot. Should have had him there. There we go. Not a real big one, but a little bit better. I'll have to grab pliers for him. He's kind of weird shaped, but we'll get him unhooked and then we'll switch on over to our other bait. All right, got that one undone. It was a little bit deeper hooked, but got her undone, didn't bleed, and she's off. So let's go ahead and throw on another bait and see if we can't catch a bunch more. All right, if you've ever watched my channel before, you know one of my favorite things to do with a finesse worm, like a robotail or something like that, is to throw it on the back of a chatterbait or something of that sort. We've got the bass puzzle grass piece out today, and we're going to go ahead and throw that on there, because you better believe for $15 I am going to get as many fish out of this as humanly possible. So again, finesse tail worms work phenomenal as trailers for any sort of vibrating jigs or anything else like that. You do have to cut them down a little bit, which works out perfectly. So if you're drop shotting this thing, if you're throwing it on a Texas rig like we did, that first couple inches are going to get real torn up. So you still have all of this you can use as a trailer. So you kind of get like two baits in one. And again, when you're spending that kind of money, you don't want to waste these guys at all. And also, once you end up kind of losing that slime, I would assume that the novelty of, being able to have those fish get a ton of scent and stuff like that is kind of lost. So putting it on a moving bait or something like that to where that won't matter as much, probably not a bad idea. So we'll cut this guy down and thread her on, and then see if we can't catch some more fish out of these pads. And there we go. And I bet this thing is absolutely going to get torn up by some fish. So start chucking around, see how long it takes us. Hopefully we end up with a couple bigger fish. This morning was absolutely phenomenal as far as decent sized fish. Immediately I want a big one though. Well, that is it for our moving bait. We did not have a single bite, which probably makes a little bit of sense, because everybody that was throwing swim jigs didn't see anybody catch anything, and the people I've talked to haven't been doing super well. So it does work though, I promise. Watch some of my other videos. It definitely works as a phenomenal trailer. So we're gonna go ahead and throw on, well, I guess we already put on another little Texas rig. I would go ahead and drop shot, but in all honesty, we're probably gonna use drop shot like solely when we use the flat rope worm. So we'll go ahead and do something a little bit different today, but let's see if we can't replicate this morning and hopefully catch a couple decent ones. There's one. Oh, missed him. Missed him right as soon as we put a new one on with that slime. See if we can't give him a bite again. We didn't stick him. All right, let's talk about the Berkley Lab series. So by far our best bite was in the morning. As soon as this wind came out, I didn't have another bite. So kind of unfortunate, but ironically, or maybe not, the best bites we had this morning were when we took a new worm out of the package and had all that slime. So there could be something to this. That slime does last about 20-ish minutes. I'm sure depending on, probably water temperature and what you're running it into and everything else like that. But it seemed to be about 20 minutes. There was still some slime. But with it only lasting 20 minutes, you probably want to start popping open a new one and fishing it in a very high likelihood of, an area where there's likely going to be some fish. Because you don't want to be casting in the middle of nowhere, have that slime run out, and then obviously a big part of the reason you have this is gone. So I don't know, is it worth the $15? I mean, probably to some people, but $15 is hard to justify, especially when you're going to go ahead and blow through a fair amount of worms. One thing I was surprised about is we caught all of our fish on one worm, and it was still usable. You could have trimmed down the head a little bit and kept using it. So they are pretty durable, which I was a little surprised about. So maybe you do catch a few more fish on these than a traditional plastic, and maybe that justifies the price for you. But I definitely would not use wet hands when grabbing any of this. I would definitely make sure it's repackaged, because I have to imagine if you get water in this thing, all that probably turns to slime in there, and they're probably just absolutely terrible to attempt to use then. But yeah, I like them. I wish they were a little bit cheaper. I'm sure everybody does, but if people are going to buy them, I'm sure they're going to charge it. So again, if we should go ahead and do a giveaway with all of our remaining baits that we have after our next couple of videos. Drop that in the comment section below. We'll kind of figure it out. And yeah, I guess I'm kind of thinking whatever we have remaining, just to send out to one person so they have the opportunity to kind of try all the baits. We only used 2 today, so they almost have a full package if we do this. But if you guys are interested in that, by all means comment that in the comment section down below. I can't wait to get out to use the flatworm. It's one of my favorite max scent baits, so can't wait to do that. I'm sure we'll catch some fish on that also. But as always, if you guys like the video, if you wouldn't mind liking, and if you want to see more videos like it, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be greatly appreciated also. Till next one.